center. And beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the San Diego State Aztecs, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Jayhawks will put total leather to crank us up. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Aztecs offense will get the first possession of the game. This has an old school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the freshman just threw it behind him that time. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot...
He's taking the shot. It's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Love the play call here by the offensive coordinator. You can sniff it. You can smell in the air. Blood in the water. Now we're taking a shot. You've got the athletes to go execute. Just dial it up.
On the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone.
7, Kansas, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Jayhawks offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Hold and finds his man on the left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Jayhawks moving quickly to the line. Unloads quickly.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Wade. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the run. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I really like this slot receiver. I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Let's go. When you see snot bubbles coming out of the offensive player, you know it was a good lick. The Mike linebacker sits right in the middle of the field, ready to roll, ready to lay the hammer.
The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Here's the handoff. Can't get him to the ground. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to fire on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on 4th down. Buys a little time with his feet. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
I love that play call on 4th down because they go RPO, and essentially the football can go 3 different ways. He could have handed it off, he could have thrown for it, or just keep it himself. He took the latter option. It doesn't matter. That was the right decision on that play to keep this drive alive. Great job.
He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Aztecs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aztecs! Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because back and forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Wade. Fires to the tight end. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle at Siegel. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. And the Jayhawks will hustle to the line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run in the red zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Hold it. Open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on second down. He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Aztecs line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Oh, how did he make that move? Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and get scored.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
To the air. It's Wade. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Jayhawks with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Hester. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Loss of 1 play. Second down coming up.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. It's good. And they've regained the lead. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
17. San Diego State, 14.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah,
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, San Diego State. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Kansas offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Caught in the backfield. It's Harmon. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Looking to throw on second down. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking downfield, it's Wade. It's complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Trying to find his man on first down. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Use the play fake. Now to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Kansas.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Wade. He's got it and still on his feet. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack?
Number 19.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
That's the end of the first half. With the score.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's kick it back to the guys at Kansas Memorial Stadium.
The Aztecs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Looking to throw, it's Wade. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes his connection. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now got to figure out what they're doing. In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit.
And they got him for the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. And the Jayhawks will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Now on the return. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And the Aztecs want to move quickly. They'll run the option. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
The Aztecs are rolling down the field. They're getting this guy lathered up.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Second down coming up. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. And the Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got his man in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It's good. And it's a deadlock here in the 3rd quarter after the field goal. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to throw. It's Wade. Throws to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few 1st downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep them.
Touchdown, Aztecs! And that one will give them the lead.
Well, they go back to the option play, and now this is the second time, Pollock, this QB has scored running this scheme offensively.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing the option, it's responsibility football. I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You could tell this defense not really ready for this quarterback run game. They better figure it out, or it's going to be a long game.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
He's down. And it's 23 over 9. Third down coming up.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Dropping back, it's Wade. They're trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Jayhawks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. First down for this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And it's slipped out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. That'll do it for the quarter, guys, and San Diego State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He leaves it with his back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's a nice gain, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical at the point of attack.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 4. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give on the inside. Across the 25, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Jayhawks want to crank the tempo. Right back to the well. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here comes the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute. You've got to lock in.
Back to the ground with the running back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, I think this running back has proved in this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? And a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. This defense has to hold it right where it is. Score tied late in the game. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Complete to the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Rock Chop. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the running back made the catch, but that was only part of the equation. He was out of bounds. It's incomplete. 3rd.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. On third down, he drops to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Offense gets set for second down. He'll just keep slinging it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, San Diego State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down.
He's off to the races. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Comes out throwing on first down. Grab near the marker. It's Ellington. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play with him.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Got his man to the left. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds, and now the offense trying to score one late.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
So what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Aztecs. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The Kansas offense returns to the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Scanning the field, it's Wade. Finds a soft spot in the middle. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They'll throw it on first down. Finds his man. It's Seagal. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Looking to pass on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Doyle. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Kansas.
The Jayhawks will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he's lined up perfectly. He'll need to kick it right down the boulevard for the win. It's good. Easy call for the ref. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration on the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, San Diego State. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
What a game. What a finish. Came down to one last play, and they get it done.
What a play to show up in that moment of the game and make that type of play. That type of individual effort is just magic, Dave.
No doubt. It's what you dream about, but those moments, you have to step up and make it, and big-time players like this come up and make a big-time play late in the game to get you the win.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.